Emma had always dreamed of opening her own bakery, but no one believed in her, especially her former boss, Mr. Clarkson, who fired her, saying, "You're too soft to survive in business." Jobless and heartbroken, she poured her last savings into a tiny, rundown bakery space, determined to prove everyone wrong. On opening day, disaster struck. The oven broke, burning all her cakes. Then, a storm flooded the shop, ruining everything. She watched helplessly as the water soaked her ingredients, supplies, and furniture. Frustrated and defeated, she ran to the nearby shops, pleading for help. But no one offered a hand. Not the cafe next door, not the grocery store owner who once smiled at her. Then came the worst blow. Her ex-boyfriend, Ryan, walked by with his new fiancée. Smirking, he said, "I knew you'd fail. You should have stayed with me." His words cut deep. Emma slumped onto the sidewalk, staring at the few loaves of bread she had managed to save from the flood. There was nowhere to store them. They'd go bad by morning. She sighed as her most regular, yet harshest, customer, Ben approached. He never missed a chance to criticize her work. Too dry, too sweet, not like how my grandmother made it. With a tired smile, she handed him a bag. "Take as much as you want. Today is the last day of business," she said softly. Ben's usual smugness faded. He took the bread carefully, looking at Emma with something she had never seen before, concern. "So sad," he muttered before walking away. To Emma's surprise, her sister, Lily, rushed to her side. "I won't let you go through this alone," she said, rolling up her sleeves. Together, they started cleaning up the wreckage, salvaging whatever they could. The next morning, Emma sat outside her ruined bakery, exhausted. Then, something unexpected happened. Ben returned. But this time, he wasn't about to complain his grandma's brait is the best. He had brought supplies. "That bread yesterday was the best I ever had," he muttered. "Not because of the taste, but because you gave it when you had nothing." Then, as if fate had one last twist, Ben appeared. He had been watching her struggle from afar, admiring her determination. "I believe in you," he said, handing her a small envelope. Inside was enough money to fix the bakery. "Alone," he said with a wink. "Pay me back in cake." With her sister's help, the community's kindness, and Ben's quiet support, Emma rebuilt. And as the days passed, Ben kept returning, not just for the cakes, but for her. He stayed late to help clean, listened to her dreams, and made her laugh when she was stressed. One evening, after a long day, he surprised her with a heart-shaped pastry. "I think I've fallen for the woman who bakes with love," he confessed. Emma's heart fluttered. She had been so focused on proving herself that she hadn't realized Ben had become her rock. One day, Mr. Clarkson entered her shop, humbled and broken. "I lost my restaurant in the flood," he admitted, his voice hollow. "Now I see, it's kindness, not greed, that builds a legacy." Emma studied him for a moment before smiling softly. "Everyone deserves a second chance," she said. "I need a baker. Are you interested?" With nothing left to lose, Mr. Clarkson accepted. Under Emma's guidance, he relearned the craft, not as a boss, but as a humble baker. Just then, Ryan walked in, regret in his eyes. "I was wrong about you," he muttered. Emma glanced at Ben, who squeezed her hand. She no longer needed their approval. She had found something sweeter than revenge, love. Months later, Emma and Ben stood together at their bakery's anniversary, hand in hand. Mr. Clarkson kneaded dough in the kitchen, no longer a proud restaurant owner, but a grateful baker. As she looked around at the people who once doubted her, but now believed in her, she realized kindness, love, and perseverance had given her everything she had ever wanted. If you were in Emma's shoes, would you have forgiven the people who doubted you? Or would you have walked away from them forever? Comment below what you would do. Like and subscribe for more heartwarming stories.